YouTube, we're back with another Nader. We got another one. This one here's an old one. And I actually had someone in my Discord send this to me and told me I had to watch it, right? Said it was, well, literally the title is the best tornado footage ever shot. Supposedly it wasn't like one of the crazier story-wise tornadoes, but the footage that was obtained at that time is absolutely insane. So I'm really looking forward to watching this. We're just going to hop straight in. I've waited for a couple
June
days.
23rd, 1998, and Columbus, Nebraska farmer Andy Ulmer has just...
I bet most of you all wasn't even born yet. 1998. How many of you are older than this tornado? Oh, wait, I got to hit play.
arrived home
I was
when he
losing
sees this out of his window. Andy quickly got his video camera and began to record the monster as it was coming directly towards his house. Over the course of the next few minutes, he would...
I'm going to say this. I'm glad this guy got the footage. But if you're ever in this situation, don't get the footage. Go underground. Get shelter. Okay? I do appreciate this guy. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Don't be Andy.
would provide the world with some of the best tornado footage ever shot. It's late June of 1998 and the tornado season is well underway, and it's been a historic one. An extremely active first half of the year has left the US on its heels. A few anomalous events have happened so far, including Florida's deadliest tornado outbreak in history in February, an unseasonably strong tornado outbreak in Minnesota in March, a couple of F5 tornadoes in Alabama and Tennessee in April, and the only ever high-risk severe weather event issued for the Northeast in May. This active trend would continue into June, which brings us to June 23rd, 1998. Throughout the day, a moderately strong trough had...
I got to look into it, but I heard that, like, Tornado Alley's kind of, like, moving east, which I needed to stop doing. Is that true? Is it moving east?
Swept across portions of the central U.S., situating itself over Nebraska. Across the state, temperatures rose into the low and mid-80s. Dew points also rose to nearly 75 degrees, signifying extremely humid air. This warm air mass allowed for a pocket of CAPE with values approaching 4,500 to enter the area. This CAPE, or convective available potential energy, aka fuel for thunderstorms, would significantly aid in what would happen later in the day. As we travel 20,000 feet up from the ground, we find moderately strong 40 to 50 knot winds out of the southwest. However, when we travel back down to just a few thousand feet off the ground, we find what was the real secret sauce to this event.
What's the secret sauce?
Measly winds throughout most of the day quickly and suddenly got sent into overdrive mode by what's known as the low-level jet. The low-level jet is a near daily occurrence during the spring and summer, when the low-level winds in the atmosphere significantly increase around and after sunset. This is typically caused when the upper levels of the atmosphere cool as the day goes on, which causes a pressure gradient between the cool upper atmosphere and the warm lower atmosphere. This pressure gradient then results in strong winds flowing from the cool air to the warm air. This low-level jet does a couple of things that significantly benefits tornadoes. The first is that the sharp increase in low-level winds significantly increases the amount of shear or spin, which is obviously critical to tornadoes. The other is that the low-level jet can pull much more favorable environmental conditions for tornadoes northwards with it as the evening goes on. The low-level jet would prove quintessential on June 23, 1998, as it brought in with it more explosive environmental conditions in from the south and also evolved what was just average wind shear throughout most of the day into very strong wind shear by the evening.
Yeah, I love the way he explained that.
The dry line developed and spanned a majority of the
central plains
and would serve as the focal point for
even I could understand that.
As the environment cooked throughout the afternoon,
for the most part.
explosive storm initiation finally occurred just after 6 p.m. local time, and
Show me the Nader.
moved northeast. As the thunderstorms continued to develop in eastern Nebraska, 3 separate residents who were in the path would unknowingly be some of the only people to document what was about to happen. The main storm of interest developed just barely to the southwest of the city of Columbus, Nebraska, and slowly moved towards town. Just before entering town, the storm put down its first tornado. The tornado, which touched down just to the north of Duncan, was a relatively weak F1 that remained on the ground.
Yo, let me know in the comments, any of y'all from Nebraska. How's it? How are the tornadoes in Nebraska? Y'all all right out there?
For just a couple of miles.
I get a lot of
After
people
lifting,
from
the
Alabama
city
and
of Columbus
Oklahoma.
looked to be staring straight down the barrel of another tornado, with the supercell reorganizing and heading towards town. All residents could do, though, was just hold their breath and hope. Luckily, though, and even though the storm was spinning like a top, it passed over town without producing. Just as the storm is exiting the Columbus city limits, Kent Sunderman, who is just north of town, begins to record.
Little fuzzy. It's back in 98, though. 1998, boys. Keep that in mind.
Amazingly, just
Look at that
3
wall
miles
cloud.
after passing through town, the storm put down its next tornado, which is initially just an uncondensed bowl with slight ground circulation. Kent records the tornado as it makes a few unsuccessful attempts at fully condensing, when he then realizes that the storm has produced another tornado to the south.
Oh, snap.
This satellite tornado is another relatively weak F1 and is also moving northeast. Just a few minutes later, the first tornado would try another attempt at fully condensing, and this one would prove successful. Spectacularly, the tornado goes from a barely visible funnel to a large
Coach,
stovepipe
let's go,
tornado
baby!
in just the matter of seconds.
Oh no, it's hitting the ground. Oh man, I hope somebody doesn't get hurt over there.
Me too, brother.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
It's on the ground.
It's on the ground. Should we call somebody?
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's
911.
on the ground.
Right there, I'm pretty sure, by the lake stop.
It is on the ground. Look at it turning into something big.
Yeah, it is.
The tornado continues to increase its size
Get
and
closer.
strength as
No,
it
I'm
tracks
just
over
kidding.
rural
I'm just
farmland.
kidding.
The tornado initially moved northeast and then turned to the north, then northwest, before coming to an almost complete stop and eventually moving back off to the northeast. Meanwhile, Arlen Wilkie, who is just 3 miles to the northeast of Sunderman, also spots the approaching twister.
I wanna see
and
this
begins to
footage,
record
boys.
As well. The tornado, which has been moving slowly and erratically, continues to grow in size to 1/4 of a mile wide.
Look at that rotation, dude.
Looks like it's heading to Jerry Arnie's place. Lucy's.
You know, hey,
Doc Runge.
for this to be 1998, look at those horizontal vortices.
Got the Long Branch.
Look at them.
Are you out at home?
Did it touch down?
This is good footage for back in the
We're
day.
standing in front of our house. In front of my house. Paul's place.
As Arlen is recording, the tornado is inflicting some of its first damage on a few farmhouses to his east.
Oh my God.
At his place. I think it's east of his place. It's right into Irma Rickard's about.
Watch your car. Watch.
Right east of that. It's hard to tell.
Point it down a little bit. There we go. There we go.
Watch Ruben's house.
Dude, it's massive.
From my house.
Tell Todd we got it on video.
We got it on video
Eh,
right here.
It has to be cool to see one in person, but oh man,
It's on the other side of Ruben.
look at up top too.
It's on the other side now. I went past Irma's house and we can still see Irma's house. So it's somewhere on the other side of Irma Rickard's house. It didn't touch. It went north of Irma Rickard's.
Oh, that's terrifying, man.
Get some people over to Lucy's.
My
and
God.
Tell Arnold. And Arnie.
What are they
To
on?
Arnie's place and it's ow!
See over east of Irma Rickard's.
Get that! I want that as a souvenir. Right there.
Jerry Arnie's place had to be hit, I would think. I don't know. And maybe Long Branch.
Oh my God, it's moving slow.
I ain't going out there either.
While the tornado is passing to Arlen's east, it's heading directly towards Andy Ulmer, who is about 5 miles further to the northeast.
Come on, you think nobody has
Oh my God.
Look at the swirls.
I know it.
Andy has just arrived home from the airport and was in the process of changing clothes when he noticed the tornado out of his window, and he also begins to record.
I almost asked her, hey, are you all seeing this? Hey, of course you are.
Little one,
yeah.
little one.
Oh, look.
Oh,
Little
bunch of
baby
little ones.
naders.
Morning? Oh, oh my God.
Look at that thing, dude. Look at the hail.
I think
Oh my God. Look at that, guys. Hey, we have all this technology nowadays, and we still don't get footage that's, I mean, this is good. It's so detailed. my goodness, this tornado is huge. Huge. It's amazing too to not only see like, the actual tornado, but like the wall cloud rotating. Like it's just a monster.
But
Which way is it going? Is it coming this way?
it was just sitting there.
Well, it may look like it's sitting there.
He
Oh.
mentions in the video that the
Listen
tornado
to your
doesn't
wife,
seem to be
Andy.
moving, which is a telltale sign that it's coming directly at you. For
Yep.
instance, if you look at the left edge of the tornado and use the tree line as a reference point, it's not moving left or right, which means it's coming directly at them. Meanwhile, back at Arlen's location, the tornado passed directly to his east and now has an audible roar.
Get to
heard on the
shelter,
video.
Andy. Oh my God, dude. Ooh, that's so
Big
creepy.
hailstorm.
I was talking to
baseball
Jeff
size
Rose,
one.
the alarm man. He said everybody's okay there.
Baseball sized hill. And he sends one of them to get one as the baseball sized hill's falling.
Sounded like it.
Don't do that.
The tornado impacted some of his neighbors' houses down the road, but
At least
luckily
wear a
they
construction
avoided a
hat.
direct hit, and the property sustained only moderate damage. The tornado continues on
Okay.
its northeast
Everyone's
track
okay.
directly towards the Ulmer residence. Even though the tornado is still a few miles away from his location, you can now hear the audible roar of the tornado on his video as well, indicating that this is likely a violent tornado.
Hope we got insurance paid up, dear. There's some damn big hailstorms coming down.
Brother, you have a much larger problem at hand. That thing is coming at you.
Hi, come on, Andy. Listen to it.
Whoa.
Oh, you can hear that roar.
That is definitely.
Now?
No,
Huh?
that's their tornado voice. Shit.
That's one thing to say. Get underground. Look at it, dude. That is insane.
Come on, Andy.
It ain't.
Go on fast as good.
She's begging him to come on. He needs to go.
Come on, Andy.
I'm thankful for the footage.
See this thing.
Oh my
Andy's
God,
wife
dude.
Susan very understandably begins to try and convince him to put the video camera down and to seek shelter in the basement, but he can't take his eyes off of it.
Look at it, dude.
This not
That is
good.
like, oh, that's such. It's a beautiful nightmare, is what that is. A beautiful nightmare. That's so cool. But he needs to get underground.
After a few more minutes of recording, Andy finally begins to realize the danger, but remembers that he was in the midst of changing clothes when he began to record. He then proceeds to utter one of the funniest and most iconic lines ever from a tornado video.
Susan, get my pants.
Why's bro not got pants on? Hey. Oh man. Why you ain't got no pants on? I want to know. He seen this tornado coming. He's like, all right, boys. We got to feel fresh for this recording. Oh, man. Get my pants. We got this tornado. It looks like it's moving slow, but like it's getting close. Like it's getting so close. And now this dude's worried about his pants.
Once Andy puts all of his clothes back on, he obliges to his wife's request and stops recording to take shelter.
W wife.
Yeah, I'm getting in.
However, just a minute or so later, Andy changes his mind and once again goes to the door to record again.
Andy, what are you
As
doing,
the tornado
dude?
could
Oh
not
my
get any more
god.
visually impressive, it begins to instantaneously change its form from a wedge to a traditional rope tornado.
Andy. Yo, that is cool. W. Andy.
Oh, Millie.
Get underground, Andy.
And then, in
God.
another instance, it's gone.
Oh, went up in the clouds.
Andy once again heads downstairs to seek shelter. When Andy once again returns upstairs to record some more, he finds that the tornado has dropped once again as a rope. However, by some miracle, the tornado made an abrupt and hard turn to the west and somehow missed
thank
their
goodness.
farm. While Andy is recording the tornado in its final stages
Dude.
from right under it, Arlen and Kent are filming it from miles away to the southwest in much safer spots. Back at the Ulmer residence, though,
Andy's out there
records the
trying to
last
touch
seconds of the tornado's life as it actually turns back to the east after passing by the farm. Eventually, though, the rope finally dissipates.
W tornado.
After
It
this
avoided him.
tornado lifted, the storm continued traveling northeast, and it would produce another 4 tornadoes over the course of the next 2.5 hours.
My
I
god.
couldn't really find any other information on these additional tornadoes. In fact, information and
All right, dude. Hey, Columbus, Nebraska. That was by far some of the best tornado footage I've ever seen. By far some of the best. That was so cool, man. And it's a tornado that, from what I take away here, didn't take any lives, right? I hope it didn't. It didn't seem that way. But the footage was so good. Andy, you're a wild man. W. Andy, get some W's for Andy. W. Andy, you're a brave soul. Never do that again. listen to you. Hey, wear some pants, man. Put on your dang pants and get in the basement. do what your wife says. What are you doing recording with no pants on, Andy? W Andy though for the footage, man. That was good. What a wild man. What a wild man. Well, I mean, what else can you say? That was beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know what else to say. Such good footage. Getting to see like the tornado itself and the rotation, but not only that, but also getting to see the wall cloud as well rotating with it's massive, dude. So cool. So cool. Anyways, CF Productions is the one who made this video. WCF Productions. Thank you, sir. Make sure to check him out. His stuff will be in the description below. Yeah. Once again, make sure to check his stuff out. With that said, I am Cheap. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll catch you in the next one.